Hello, everyone. Here it is, the 17th of July. By the way, we do have 360 today. We're working on the time. It probably won't be noon. more like, more likely it'll be
Well, bless
3 o'clock.
you.
Yeah, I'm
He said
allergic
three
to. I'm
o'clock.
allergic to. I'm allergic to live. Yeah,
Hold on, let me wipe
probably
up my face.
probably closer to 3 o'clock. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, and you got snot all over me now.
It's okay. You're used to it when you're out there freezing in the field. Anyway, so look for that, and there'll be a we'll update then of what's going on. As you know, we're doing Shine the Light, which I really absolutely love it. I met so many people that I think are rock stars and I'm passive, and how are you going to know if you don't put a little bit of light on them? Today we have a gentleman here who's been on passive for a while, I'm sure. Well, minimum 2 years because they shut it down 2 years ago. Chris is going to introduce him. Uh, so I'm going to turn it over to Chris, and here we go.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm excited. It's one of my favorite days, which is Wednesday, because I woke up breathing again. I love that. I got a really cool dude we're bringing on. I've had many a chats with him about, we got talking about boats and things he want to do. I love his heart. He is a true gentleman. He's a family man. He's got a pretty cool, and there he is. He doesn't know he's on screen, but Dave Rosalsky. Come on, David. What you got for us today? Shine the light on you, brother.
Hello. To quote our favorite person, Ash Mufara, David Rosalsky, and I'm your friend. I got into ONPASSIVE in July 2020, so I got about 12 more days, and I'm here for 4 years. I got into ONPASSIVE because, well, I've always done construction for years. I've had a bunch of accidents, and my body's pretty broken, and I haven't been able to actually work for the last 3 years. But I knew when that was happening, I better, with the pandemic coming on, I figured, well, I need to come out of this with a new skill set. So I figured, well, let me try online. I'm rifling through stuff. I found this one guy, decided he was going to be my mentor and help me out. We were rifling through all this stuff, all these opportunities, found ONPASSIVE. It was just another one in my line of stuff I was going through. 6 months later, I'm looking around. I haven't made any money. I lost a lot of money. ONPASSIVE's still here. Oh, let me go check it out. Because originally I got into ONPASSIVE, like some of us, for the money. When I came back, I circled around. I saw ONPASSIVE was still here. I was listening to Mike Ellis. I was listening to Ash's videos. There was only a couple there. It was early. There was like 120,000 people in here, and I started listening. And I started listening with my heart instead of my brain. And I started hearing what was going on, and I figured, wow, this is where I need to be, going to force me to be successful and all that. So I got in, and I went from wanting to be, the fast road to be rich, the billionaire. I wanted the lifestyle, the cars, the house. Yeah, no, I finally figured out, ONPASSIVE taught me that that's not what's important. It's the people. The people are what's important, the relationships, the friends that I've gotten in the last 4 years since I got into ONPASSIVE. Some of these are going to last for years, lifetimes even. I'm hoping. I got some great people, and this is really a family, and I love it. Along with that, as my evolution went, I stopped thinking about me, 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 me. I evolved to be more like Marty. I just don't want to think about money. I know in my heart, I don't have any questions whatsoever. ONPASSIVE is going to do everything I needed to do. If I need my car fixed, it'll get fixed. If I want to go on a trip, I'll go on a trip. If I want to buy my son something, I'll get it. So then I asked, started talking about our dreams and said that they weren't big enough. Dream bigger. Okay. I started doing that. I wanted to help people. Chris was starting with Oh Bless and the homeless. I was like, yeah, I jumped all over that. I started a notebook. I got a nice fat notebook now with about 22 projects. I got about a whole bunch of sub projects. I'm working with Pat Parent. We're doing this going to be a gigantic village project. My roommate's going to do a site. So, I'm already assembling a team. We've got 3 locations. We're going to be starting with these village projects to help people and grow food. I started an LLC, which I realize now I want to switch over to a humanitarian organization. So we're going to run everything through that. On passives, Ash said, take care of yourself first. Okay. When I started getting into it, like I said, I wanted to be on the fast track. So I started buying some positions. I wanted to be the quick billionaire. Well, now what I'm going to do is I talked to a financial guy, found out what I needed to do in order to create an amount of money that I need to live. Okay. So I'm going to take the first money I get from ONPASSIVE and I'm going to set that up. And then I'm going to be able to take all my positions. I'm not going to have any positions. I'm putting them into a family trust and into a foundation that's going to fund my business, Generational Enterprises, to help people. And we're just going to do that. And it's going to be a giant shop. I'm going to have a big giant shop. It's going to be my office. And I'm just going to build stuff. I like building boats, cars. We're going to try building a couple of cars, motorcycles, a couple of different things. It's going to be a lot of fun, but those are going to be my downtime projects while, we're hitting the dry points, trying to figure out all these other things we want to help people with. My first thing is, with what everybody's doing with the food supply, I want to put farmers back on farms, all these generational farmers that have been put out of work, their livelihoods, their families destroyed because, big farming comes in and screws them up. Well, I want to put them back to work. I want to guarantee them money so, they can keep growing food. I want to put, as part of the village, I want to put together a giant cafeteria and just feed people. If you're hungry, come in. We're not going to charge anybody. Just come in and eat. And, we've got, I've got these plans for what I call, sorry about talking about all my projects, but this is what ONPASSIVE is going to do for me. I've been complaining for over 40 years about what's wrong with this world. This is wrong. That's wrong. Da, 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 da. What would I do if I was in charge? Ash is doing with ONPASSIVE. Ash is doing for me what I've never been able to do, make a living, support myself, not only be able to be the father I need to be, but be the father I want to be for my son. I want to help people. Yeah.
That's a lot, David. That's beautiful. That's what we want to hear. Hey, David, tell us about your accident you had. What kind of changed your life a little bit about when the elevator thing you were telling me about?
Oh, yeah. About 35 years ago, we were building these townhomes down in Florida. And we built this one roof overhang package on the ground and we were flying it up onto the roof. And I happened to be up on the tie beam over the elevator shaft. And we had a new crane operator who slammed into the building with that package. He destroyed the package, but knocked me off the tie beam. And I fell 3 floors, landed on the concrete. And it messed me up pretty bad. I missed a lot of work, lost my job, and I haven't been able to really do a lot. My bottom 6 vertebrae are literally go from my pelvis and turn left, make a horseshoe. So, I'm kind of messed up from that. And then I had another accident around October, messed up my shoulder. So, I need ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE's made for me for several reasons. One, because of my accidents, I can't work anymore physically. I go out, I try to do, 2-3 hours worth of work in my yard. And I'm laid up for 2 weeks. I can't move. And, now I had a brain fart.
That's all right. It's real, Dave. You're a real guy. I appreciate you coming on here. Like I said, there's a lot of people, believe it or not, in your situation, there's millions of people who are hurt, could not work again. And one thing I really loved about ONPASSIVE is not to hear these stories, but realize, guys, there's hope. We have something brand new, unique, never done before. And no matter what your situation, you can still do this. So you're living proof of that, one of millions of many. And I believe you are going to attract many people like that. Hey, Dave, I had an accident the same way, or I was hurt and injured, and I want to know all about those impassos. So I believe a lot of people will be able to relate to you in your story, especially raising your son and everything you've gone through. But we do appreciate you coming out here and telling us your story. Marty, do you have anything for Dave you'd like to add?
Yeah, Dave, you did it right, man. You said about you. That's what we want. Whoever comes on, I don't care how many projects you have. Every one of them are good for mankind. So, yeah, that's what we want to hear. You did exactly what you should be doing. You say about you and what you want to do, because I'll tell you, down the road, a year from now, we call you back in and you can say what you did do. That would be pretty cool. So, no, that was absolutely awesome. Good job. No doubt about it. I
That's
love
why
that
we do
stuff
this. Yeah.
because it's gonna spur up somebody else's ideas, right? People have money, they're not sure what they want to do, and they'll say, "Hey, I remember that tape from Gabe." And go back and look at it. You never know. So yeah, I think it's fantastic.
That's another thing. I'm sorry if I'm interrupting.
That's okay.
Everything I'm doing, all my projects that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be putting up all the how-tos, instructions, directions. This is what I did, and I'm going to be posting all of it on Oh Bless. And I'm doing that in hopes that it can help other people. I know everything that I'm doing isn't going to work everywhere in the world, but other people can add to it. And if you got a better idea for something, please add to it, because that'll bring us all forward. This is, for humanity. ONPASSIVE's taking care of me. I don't care about money anymore. I want to help people.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, that's what you'll remember in life. That's a fact. You'll remember who you gave and what you did for other people. The money will be there. I believe that with all my heart. Money, like you said, I don't want to think about it. I just want, when something breaks down, I can pay for it. When I walk in the store and an old lady or old man having trouble paying for something, I pay for them. I want to bless people when I can, spur the moment. That's what I want. And go through that whole list of oh bless, of all the different categories, what people are doing, and pick one that hits my heart. You know what I mean? You find something and say, "Oh, I've always wanted to help with that." I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think we're going to give the world a paint job. Oh,
Absolutely.
Like, yeah, we got 435 people here to see you, Dave. So bang.
And Marty, have we confirmed the time for 360? Yeah, guys, we have not confirmed that time yet. I'm getting quite a few texts here. It could be, we were thinking 3, but we do not know. Pay attention. It will be put on YouTube channels when it happens, but I promise you, we'll let you all know. With Tanya and Minnow blasting me right now, once we find out, they'll be able to send it out everywhere.
Oh yeah, no doubt. We'll let you know, and we know who to let know if we want it to spread.
Yeah, Dave.
Anyway, Ash is probably working. I think he. I don't know if he sleeps at all anymore. I did chat with him last night. He's. I don't know how he does it, but anyway, he's doing it all for us. So if you're ever in doubt, put that back in your head. Everything he does is for us. And trust me, he's cooking something in the kitchen.
David, you made some good points about you were never really able to do what you want to do. Now through ONPASSIVE, you see a whole different view, a light, and they're so true to that. So keep that up. Like I said, we all, I know you most appreciate and respect Ash, what he's doing. Sometimes a lot of people don't see that because they don't really understand. But I'm so very glad that you're a part of this. And I know that you're going to change a lot of people's lives when this all blasts off. So thank you very much, David. Now, I'm going to let you close it. But tomorrow we have Miss Terry Thompson, the beautiful Terry Thompson.
Yes.
Tomorrow at 10. I still have Friday open. Saturday is Mama Do because we got caught and we're all kind of busy stuff right now. And we're going to keep this going, guys. And the reason we keep it going is from stories that David just told us. We want to hear about.
You can't put a value on this. This is the kind of stuff. Think about what Ash said in the very beginning. When he went out and he helped people, gives them food and water, he said, how much can I do as one person, but how much can we do as an army of people? And that's where this is going to flip this world upside down. So,
Yeah.
David, say goodbye, Chris, and then I'll wrap it up.
Bye-bye,
Yeah.
everybody. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. And real quick, I forgot, Vivine sent me some information about Mary Carl this morning. I'll probably announce it on 360 again. Her husband had passed away. She is from P&G. I know a lot of you remember Mary. We used to do the P&G. She was like an interpreter, very smart woman. So our condolences go out to Mary for her husband. He passed a couple days ago. So Vivine, thank you. And Vivine, what are you doing Friday at 10 o'clock? That's how I do it. David,
Yeah,
thank you very much.
I definitely want her on here.
Yeah.
If we can get her. So anyway, we'll see you all, and thank you very much. See you on 360, probably 3 o'clock, but